Morning guys, we're getting a late start. It's almost 10 a.m. but we're getting ready to head out on a short one-day expedition, and we got something special coming up here for you guys, so stay tuned. We're here in Portland, and Willow purchased their motorcycle, so we're gonna try to get it loaded up on this trailer hitch rack. On a side note, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this, but on the corner of 82nd Avenue in Southeast Clatsop, there are 3 LMTVs sitting there at that car lot for sale. I think they're 10 grand a piece. So if you're looking for an LMTV, 82nd and Southeast Clatsop in Portland, there's 3 of them there, and I believe they are for sale for 10,000 a piece, but don't quote me on that. So anyhow, we'll get the motorcycle loaded up and continue on our way. Well, we're getting this thing loaded up, and then we're going to be on our way. So
this thing is a KLX 250S 2009 with
lots of numbers.
I think just over 2,300 miles.
Lots of numbers and stuff I don't understand, but anyways,
250cc.
we're getting her loaded up. Alright guys, we got the motorcycle secured, and surprisingly, this is actually a pretty cool rack. It's nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. I don't know if Willows named the bike yet, but we'll let you know what the name is when we figure it out. Well, we're up here at the entrance of like FS44 and what the heck road is that? I think that's 4410 or something like that. Anyways, Willow wants to take her new motorcycle off and burn all the old fuel out of it while we make our way over to, we're gonna try to go to Camp Friend, that lower campground that we were talking about on Camp Friend Road. It's pretty familiar territory for us, and this is a trial run on all this new gear and equipment and AC belts and everything else. So we're gonna give this a shot, and let me see if I can get you some footage from the top of the shelter on our way in when we get to the gravel park again. It probably won't be very long. I think it's shorter in length than the last episode, so we'll see how that goes. I'm impressed with this rack. This is a Tilta rack, I believe is the name brand. Yeah, Tilta rack. And it's pretty stable and sturdy on the way up. It handled really well. Another, I guess it's a tip or something I figured out. A bungee cord fits perfectly there. I ordered the EPDM ones. But that basically holds the AC lines out of there, and then if I forget about that and I raise the cab, it doesn't do anything to them. They just pop out and I got to reset them. One other thing, on the way up we have this high pitch squealing noise that I could have swore was a boost leak, but come to find out it was the two intercooler pipes just barely touching together, so at a certain RPM you would get a high pitched screaming noise. So I went through and I took off all of the old insulating tape that's on it where the bracket goes across, and I put brand new like 3 layers of Gorilla tape on there and bolted everything back down and separated them at the front where they were touching, and the noise went away. So if you guys are having some weird whistling noises, because that's basically what it sounded like, was a boost leak, check your intercooler pipes and make sure they're separated and they've got the insulating tape on them and it's not metal to metal contact somewhere. What's the motorcycle's name? Did you figure out a name yet?
I'm still thinking about it. Right now I'm just referring to it as a Scout, but I want to think of a name that's like She Who Gets Us Home Safe kind of a name, you know? Thinking maybe a Navajo name or something, since we're always out in nature. Seems more relevant.
This thing looks like it's in really good shape. I don't know anything about motorcycles, so.
Oh, it's got 4,700 miles on it.
It's all black. I like that it's all black.
Yeah, it's pretty funky. I need to run out of fuel real quick.
Yeah, if I see you stopped, like I said, or pulled over, I will stop. Here we go. So Willow apparently likes her motorcycle because she keeps driving it over rocks and in ditches and whatever. But we got a good spot here. I parked in partial shade, and we should be able to get set up. Abel's looking good today. This is kind of a rocky area to be driving in. You just got to be careful that you don't side. Yeah. You just got to be careful you don't sidewall your tire on one of these big boys. Keep an eye on all your mirrors and know your surroundings and just go nice and slow. The tires will take a direct hit. Like if you drove over this one directly, it's fine, but if you catch a sidewall, you're gonna split a tire open. So we're at a good spot here. It looks like we've got a nice view over the edge there, and an easy way out in the morning. I just got to do a 180 and come back down this little road that we made and go back around the way we came in. If that cable is there in the morning, I'm cutting it. I'm going to cut it into little pieces so they can't do that again. Should never put a wire across the road like that. I don't care what it's for. Well guys, we're here. This is off of Camp Friend Road. And I don't know if you saw in the GoPro video there, I was really upset that that group of people down there, they ran a couple wires across the road. You never, it doesn't matter where you're at, you never run wires across the road. You can be held liable for so much bad stuff that happens to somebody if you run a wire across the road like that, and they either get, you know, choked out or decapitated, or it destroys their vehicle. Stuff like that is just, it's just something, you know. I mean, I can't believe some of the stuff people do nowadays. I got something else to show you guys. Your gauges all worn out and your keypad all worn out looking. Look at this. Nope, I didn't replace any of them. I'll tell you the trick. Megwires, tire endurance gel, and a toothbrush. Take some of that stuff, put a little bit on a toothbrush, and just start going to town and start scrubbing. Use a really soft toothbrush, extra soft toothbrush, and just start going to town. It'll take out years of that white sun fade plastic garbage, and it will rejuvenate all of the buttons and all the gauge faces and the switch box. And as a bonus, it smells like grapes. So if you like the smell of grapes, it's also an air freshener for your interior. I also went through my switch box here and did something a little bit different. I ordered these image labels that glow in the dark. And then I took our P-Touch labeler, careful how you say that, and labeled the switches that I have that are active. So that's a much needed improvement. Something else I noticed, when Willow got on her motorcycle, I turned the air conditioning on to low and medium settings. There is a thermostat inside that air conditioning, or that evaporator, that maintains 70 degrees. So what'll happen, and I was watching the temperature here, is you'll be cruising along and it'll drop down to like 68 or 69, and then you'll hear it click, and the compressor will turn off, and then it'll get up to 73, and you'll hear it go click, and the compressor will turn back on. You can physically watch the temperature just keep going up and down as it turns the compressor on and off. So it's very efficient. It's only about 70 degrees out today, but you know that these cabs are like a greenhouse. So we were sitting in the sun there while Willow was getting her motorcycle ready. I let the cab heat up to about 100 and some degrees. And then instead of opening up all the doors and windows, I just turned on the AC and to see if it would bring the temps down. I still don't have a full refrigerant charge in there, I don't think. I need to wait for a really hot day, but It is doing what it's supposed to do, and I'm really thankful for that, because being inside these trucks on, like an 80-degree or greater day is absolute misery. So I'm very thankful that that whole air conditioning surplus kit worked out and everything's working the way it should. I'm really excited and looking forward to some longer trips when it's hotter out now. We had dinner and I was going to send Mavic up, but the winds up here are really ripping. So don't think I'll do that. But we're just enjoying this area. This is a really nice area. It's kind of wide open, but a little bit of forest around. The main road isn't that far away. It's, I don't know, quarter of a mile that direction. Not too far. But this is a rocky, grassy, bouldery forest type area. And we're just enjoying the peace and quiet and solitude of being up here away from all of the hectic craziness of the industrial wasteland, I guess you could call it. Probably watch some movies tonight, get some good sleep,
I need a different horn, an obnoxious one.
As we always do. And just enjoy ourselves. that sunrise footage from Mavic. Nice and quiet and peaceful up here. There's a good view of Mount Hood. And we slept really good. I feel like I say the same things every episode, but we're gonna get some driving footage this morning since you guys like that. We'll do a walk behind and GoPro on top of the shelter in this rocky area going out. Should be pretty interesting. Hope you guys enjoy it. think Willow's coming down on her new bike somewhere. Oh, yeah, I see her back there. Way back there. There she is. She says she really likes this new bike, so I'm very happy that she found it and she's enjoying it and having fun with it. I don't know anything about motorcycles. I don't know how to ride them. I don't know anything about them. So it's more fun for her. It's one of her toys.
Fun stuff. all of Sean's audience and a few newbies too. Welcome. I'm Willow, and I just wanted to take a moment to give a big shout out and share gratitude and appreciation for Sam, who took such great care of this bike. It's a 2009 KLX 250S, and I'm loving it. I was looking for months at all the different bikes, all the different specifications, and something that I was going to feel comfortable getting back on after a couple years off from a 650 KLR, and then, man, decade before that I had a 750 Katana sport bike. So I needed something that was going to fit my current level, help me build some confidence, in great shape, very streamlined, sleek, well taken care of, because there's dime a dozen bikes out there that are high-end manufactured and low-end cared for. All the upgrades and modifications that people do on them are fine and dandy, but when you're out in the backcountry in the bush and you do not have a mechanic on site or a pit crew, it's not going to be helpful with all those upgrades. So I'm starting back at a level that I feel comfortable with. And yeah, again, Sam, big kudos to you for housing this and keeping her shiny and well cared for until I could find her. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode as well. There'll be many more adventures with the KLR, which I'm still, or KLX, excuse me, old habits die hard, right? Still trying to come up with a name, and our adventures with Abel, the LMTV. Ciao for now.
Well, guys, another adventure has come to an end. We made it home safe and sound. Didn't run into too many bozos out there. But if you like this episode, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. But other than that, take care. We'll catch you guys next time. See you later. Bye-bye.